Today, Sam Bankman-Fried has been found guilty on all 7 criminal counts against him. Former federal prosecutor Paul Tuchman weighs in on the verdict reached after just 3 hours of deliberations. And James Catullus, a trial attorney and crypto trader, discusses the impact of the verdict on the industry. Your cryptocurrencies are pretty much flat to close out a week filled with a lot of news, including the Fed holding rates steady, weaker than expected jobs numbers, and of course, the biggest news for crypto, the verdict in the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried. Around 7:40 last night, after just 3 hours of deliberations, the jury notified the court that it had reached a verdict. A few minutes later, all counts had been read. The 31-year-old son of 2 Stanford legal scholars was convicted of wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, and 5 other charges, all tied to the collapse late last year of FTX and its sister hedge fund Alameda. Now, this trial, which kicked off in early October, pitted the testimony of SBF's inner circle against the sworn statements of their former boss and roommate. The verdict was announced exactly 1 year to the day since CoinDesk published an article revealing a close relationship between FTX and Alameda based on a balance sheet reviewed by the crypto news outlet. Now, just 9 days after that article was published, FTX filed for bankruptcy and SBF stepped down as CEO. The MIT graduate remained stoic and didn't show emotion when the verdict was read in court. His father slumped over as each guilty verdict came in. His mother was visibly emotional.
Sam Bankman-Fried perpetrated one of the biggest financial frauds in American history, a multi-billion-dollar scheme designed to make him the king of crypto. But here's the thing. The cryptocurrency industry might be new. The players like Sam Bankman-Fried might be new. But this kind of fraud, this kind of corruption is as old as time, and we have no patience for it.
In a statement, Attorney General Merrick Garland said that, quote, "This case should send a clear message to anyone who tries to hide their crimes behind a shiny new thing they claim no one else is smart enough to understand. The Justice Department will hold you accountable." As for the defense, we heard from SBF's attorney Mark Cohen last night.
We respect the jury's decision, but we're very disappointed in the result. My client, Mr. Bankman-Fried, maintains his innocence, and we're going to continue to vigorously fight the charges against him.
Okay, so what happens next? Post-trial motions for the defense are due in about 2 weeks. The FTX founder faces a maximum sentence of 115 years in prison. His sentencing is scheduled for March 28th. The government has until February 1st to let the court know if prosecutors plan to proceed with a totally separate second trial that SBF is facing on March 11th related to alleged campaign finance violations. So, for our main story, I spoke with former federal prosecutor Paul Tuchman about what's next. Tuchman, who's provided legal context here on Crypto World throughout the SBF trial, also weighs in on the swift verdict.
So I want to start by getting your reaction to just the speed of the verdict here. It took about 3 hours for the jury to reach a decision on all 7 counts. What's your reaction to just how quickly they found him guilty, and how common is that?
For a trial of this length, it's not common at all. It really goes to show just the strength of the government. Convicted of a crime like this, and proposed to the prosecution that if he agrees to plead guilty